Welcome to 3D Medias. Hi, today we will see what are the configurations are required to create general ledger in Oracle Fusion. I will go through step-by-step process to create general ledger in Oracle Fusion. First, we have to create the location. For that, we need to go to setup and maintenance and then enterprise profile. Here, click on manage locations. So first step, we have to create the locations. Just I will show you how to create location here. And you can see the create option here. Click on it. Once the page is open, we need to fill the relevant informations. So here we can see the start date and location set is defaulted, so no need to touch that one, leave as it is. And in the name we have to give the location name. So just I am giving the name as Chennai New. Code I am copying the same. So once we're done with location information, name, code and description, we need to fill the address. So in the main address, you can see the country is defaulted with United States. So we have to change to India now. I am searching for India. Select India here. And in address line 1, fill the address. Just I am filling some sample values. Fill the city here and fill the pin code. And select the state as Tamil Nadu. So once we fill with this informations, we have to save this. We will get this confirmation and click on save and close to come out of this page. So now I created the location. Click on done now. So the second one, what we have to do, we have to create the legal addresses. I will show you how to create the legal address. Go to manage legal address. Here same way you can see the create option here. Click on it. Change the country to India. And in the city I'm going to select Chennai. Pin code, type with the relevant pin code. So once we're done, you can see the location is displaying in the bottom. So you can click save and close to come out of this page. And the third one, we have to create the legal entity. Legal entity also available under the same legal structure menu. So you can click manage legal entity. So you have to select again, click on it and click create new. So I'm going to show you how to create the legal entity. Click on create. Change the country to India. Give the legal entity name. I am giving as Chennai New legal entity. I am copying the same here and start date I am not filling anything, I am keeping as it is. In the legal address, select the address which we have created in the earlier screens. And enter the relevant TIN number here. I am entering some sample, but in real time we need to get this TIN number from the registration certificate. Once it is filled, click on save and close. So I created the legal entity now. so it is taking some time to save. So once we create the legal entity, we will check whether our legal entity is created or not. We can check like this. Select and add, apply, go to task, and search the legal entity name which we created. I created as Chennai New. So it will show like this, and click save and close. Now you can see our legal entity name is displaying here. So once we done with the legal entity, the next one what we have to do, we have to create the calendar. So for that we need to go to financial reporting structures, and before doing all these things, please ensure you are in financial setup. Okay, under financial reporting structures, you can see manage accounting calendars. Click on it and click on add. Here you can give Chennai New calendar. Since I use the Chennai New, I am using the same name for calendar creation also. So I am planning to create from January 1st. I will create for 1 year for sample. So the period frequency will be on monthly. So once it is done, click on next. So system will generate the periods here, and then you can click save and close. So system is saving the information now. It's taking some time. So once it is done, click on done. And the next one, what we have to do, we have to create the flex field. So we will call it as chart of accounts as well. As the first step, we have to go to manage chart of accounts value sets. So for sample, I will show you creating two segments. The first segment I will use Chennai company. So these segments may be differ based on the requirement and based on the client. So just I am showing you how to create. Then we have to select here as character, subtype as test, and what is the length we can give. Here I am giving us 2. So done with company. Now I am going to create account. The validation type, select independent. Here we need to select character, and here we need to select test and give the maximum length as 5, and then click save and close. So I created 2 segments now. These segments may be differ based on the client's requirements. It may go up to 7, 8 segments, 9 segments and all. So just I am showing for sample. I have created with 2 segments now. Click save and close. The next step what we have to do, we have to go to manage chart of accounts structures. Click on search. You will be getting the general ledger, and click on manage structures. Click on add. Click company here. So I am giving the first segment name here, and the delimiter I need to select. Click on add. Here give the segment code as company. The API will be automatically created by the system and fill the all required information. Sequence as 1 and giving us company. Display with this 2, and the column name is segment 1. And here the segment code. We need to select the segment code which we created in the previous screen. So I am selecting company here, and here we need to select the label as balancing segment, and click save and close. Same way we have to create it for account. give account here. Sequence number is 2. Display width I am giving as 5. Give the column name as segment 2 and default set code we need to map the account which we created in the earlier screen. Here we have to select the label as natural account segment. So I have done with two things, company and account. Same way, the next step what we have to do, we have to create manage structure instance. Click on create here, give the name. And in the structure name, we need to select the structure which we created in the previous step. I am searching, my thing is Chennai. So here you can see the company and account which I created in the previous screen will be displayed automatically. So once it is done, click save and close. Done. So I have done with these three parts, value sets, structures and structure instances. So once it is done, we have to do one more process called deploy flex field. So I don't know how much time it will take, just I am showing you we need to do this option. Let it be there in the other screen. I will open the other screen now. So once this is done, the next step what we have to do, we have to create the ledger. For that we need to go to setup and maintenance. Click on general ledger and you can see manage primary ledgers. Click on it. Okay, still it is running. Clicking on finance, go to general ledger, click on manage primary ledgers, click on create. So I am using the same name, starts with Chennai and give the name as ledger, here ledger, and the chart of accounts we need to select the one which we have created. You can see Chennai COA which I created in the earlier screens, and in the accounting calendar we need to select the accounting calendar I created in the earlier screen, Chennai calendar, and currency by default I am using INR, so select the default currency here. Search for INR, Indian rupees, and in the accounting method we need to select the standard accrual. So this is the way we need to create the primary ledger here. Click save and close. So it is almost done now. The process 36 out of 36 now. So I deployed the newly created chart of account field called flex field as well. So click on OK once it is done. And next step I will show you what are the options we need to assign to the newly created lecture. So before that I will tell you what are the values we have to assign to the chart of accounts which we created. So still it is running. Meantime I will show you this one. Okay. So still it is running. Once it is done only I can able to show. So just we will wait for another 1 or 2 seconds. I will refresh the page since it is taking too much time. So now I will show you how to assign values to the chart of accounts value sets. Then I will show you how to assign ledger options. Go to setup and maintenance. Click on financial reporting structure. Click on this value set values. And here select the chart of accounts which we created. I created with Chennai. So in the account, just I will show you some sample account codes how to be added. So click on manage values, click plus. Here I will show you how to add the account codes manually, and you can use Excel sheet also to upload the values. So just I am giving some values here. I am giving some names. Here I need to give 20,000 as assets. Next I will show you how to add values to the company segment. Click on manage values, click on plus. I will give company 1. I will give, for sample I am filling with sample data, but in real time we need to fill with the relevant informations. So once it is done, click on save and close. So already I shown you how to create the ledger. Now I will show you how to assign ledger options. So here in the specify ledger options, we need to select our ledger here. Click on select and add. So this is the ledger I have created. Click on this and click save and close. So system will take you to this screen, and in this screen we need to specify some mandatory informations. Here you can see the retained earnings account, we need to fill it. So click on it. So this is the 2 segments which I created in the earlier screens, like chart of accounts I have shown you. So just select company 1 and selecting some account code here, retained earnings. Click on OK. And in journal language, so I am showing you this places where we have to configure, mandatory informations we need to fill it. So this information may be differ based on the clients and our scenarios and requirements. So here I am selecting American English. So rest of the things I am not filling, it should be based on the requirement and scenarios. So once it is done, click on save and close. So these are the configurations required to create a ledger in Oracle Fusion. Thank you.